Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Carter Malloy, founder and CEO of AcreTrader, to discuss farmland as an asset class. Carter, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Hi, Jill. Thank you.
You got it. And with inflation and recession staring investors right in the face, many are looking for a way to safeguard their wealth. And with that, farmland is an asset class that they should be paying close attention to. Why is that so?
Put very simply, we are looking for consistency of returns, compounding of value over time, preservation of wealth. These are the themes around farmland. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. We're not out selling JPEGs of rocks or anything super fun like that. It's an incredibly boring asset class. We grow food, fuel, and fiber. Those things tend to be linked to inflation. So over time, what we're looking for, again, is just consistency. A good old-fashioned boring compounder.
Yeah, well, people need to eat, don't they?
That's right.
What kind of correlation does farmland have to equity markets or any other market for that matter?
Almost none. So correlation to the S&P as an example is almost exactly zero. There's very, very little correlation. So that's one of the many benefits it can offer to a portfolio is diversification. Because it sort of marches to the beat of its own drummer, does not tend to move around, certainly is not as volatile as most major asset classes, and does not tend to move around in lockstep with them. So it is fairly unique in that regard, with one exception that it has shown some positive correlation to inflation over longer periods of time.
As we said, people need to eat, right? That's never going to go out of style. How do recessions affect farmland? And would you say agriculture is recession resistant for that reason?
That's what we've seen in the data is over time through multiple recessions, we have seen farmland, again, produce those consistently positive returns. So whether that's through the dot-com bust or through the Great Recession of 08-09, same thing. It just continued to march and steady compound through those times.
Tell us about AcreTrader and where does it fit into the ecosystem?
Very simply, we are a platform that connects investors with farmland. So the way that works is our team, we're about 150 people based here in Arkansas, and our team is out working with farmers every day. It's kind of our not so secret weapon. Farmers help us to find land that they want to grow their business with. Inversely, for the investors, we're helping them to invest in farmland to help that farmer grow. So it's very simple. The investor can come on and inside of a few minutes, really create a free account and invest with a few clicks. And rather than going out and buying $1 million piece of farmland, they can invest something like $10,000 into farmland and begin to diversify their portfolio.
Who can invest? What's the holding period and how liquid are these kinds of assets?
Investors are US-based investors here. It is usually about a 5 to 10 year investment period. So it is a longer term investment. That's something, again, we're excited about. So you don't have to look at your portfolio every day and worry about what direction it's moving in. So the liquidity of that is there is a mandatory 1 year lockup on that investment, after which you have the potential to sell yourself through other platforms. And then our team is working on building a secondary marketplace on our website as well.
How do you source your farmland and what do you look for in terms of value?
So we've got a team of folks here who are dedicated out in the field every day looking for farmland, working with farmers. I mentioned that a moment ago. Is very important. We speak to thousands of farmers all across the country, and they're helping us to identify farm in their local areas where they are the operators of that land. That team on our side is underpinned by a team of software engineers and data scientists, about 40 folks who have built just incredible geospatial analytics. What that really means is great maps to help us understand each parcel of land that we're looking at and all the various attributes, both positive and negative, to make sure that we're doing intense underwriting and diligence on anything before it comes close to the platform.
What do the fees look like and how can investors find what's being offered out there?
So we're here in the land of Walmart. We are big believers in everyday low prices. So we shoot to have very low fees. Those tend to be fees borne by the seller. So like a real estate fee is an example that would be inside of the transaction regardless. And then for the investors, there's usually a 0.75% management fee. So far less than what you would see associated with most types of alternative investments and certainly investment funds.
Carter, I want to go back to the 1 year holding period for a moment. We've seen what's happening in the digital asset space with customer funds being held, right? And not always being the most compliant, right? How are you ensuring AcreTrader that the funds are secure for a year's a long time?
This is a fun question. It's very straightforward. So the investors come into an LLC. That LLC owns legal title. It is recorded at the courthouse and that money is legally transferred to purchase that land. So all of this are actual legal records being produced inside of county courthouses throughout the United States. So it's about as straightforward as it gets in terms of tracking and understanding the asset.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking that question on, Corey. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you, Jill.